Good morning and happy Monday to you. I hope that you are doing well today. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. I'm telling you, this morning I was just reflecting on my weekend and I felt like the weekend was an entire week. I had an opportunity to spend time with family and friends, attend several events, actually more events than I can hardly believe. So it was exciting, and I did have an opportunity to talk with some people who actually love Monday as much as I do. And so I was thinking last night, after my conversation with Kevin Wolf on Friday, how I was going to come in today to do a vlog. It's kind of like, how do you top such an experience? And it was an outstanding experience. I'm actually still cracking up over that. I am, I've been reflecting on that conversation. I thought it was really awesome. So I wanted to thank you all for your support and your feedback, because we both received a lot of feedback from our conversation. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, dear sister. I love you. And it was just it was a really awesome experience to reconnect with my classmate and to laugh and to share some of my personal things. And so now I'm known as the Re Chicken Fire. But anyway, that was good. But one thing that I took away from that conversation with him on Friday that I want to share with you is that there are lighter sides to life, and it's okay to indulge in them. So I had a lot of time, like I said, just to kind of reflect and think about what happened and laugh at myself. Good morning, Keisha. Good morning, Placidia. And it was phenomenal. I felt like that experience changed me. And so I've talked about being a very serious person, but I think that connecting with my friend who is a comedian, it definitely opened the door for me to walk a little more into the humorous side of my life that is constantly in development. But anyway, yeah, so that was fun. So I want to come in and share this on this topic with you briefly, and I did include a scripture, and you can go and read the scripture at your leisure. But there was this song a long time ago, and it said, "Ain't no half steppin'." And so that thought dropped into my spirit last night, and I began to think about all that we are tasked to do. And so one, I think is very important to be open, because you never know where that next connection is going to come from. You never know who is going to be the one to unlock something inside of you. And so it's important to be open. It's important to be wise, but be open to change, be open to explore some different things in life, because it's going to be one of those things that help to propel you into further into your destiny. And it will also introduce you to some new things. Okay. And so I want to tell you this morning to go all the way, not halfway. So no more procrastination. So I woke up this morning, I feel very vibrant. I had an opportunity to retreat with the PTM Speaks team. And I'm going to tell you, I do ministry with a group of dynamic folks who I love. Yeah, Get Fresh crew. I was going to sing that song, but I'm not going to sing it. But I had an opportunity to get together with some very dynamic people. They are very wise individuals, and they provoked a lot of thought in me about how to move forward in my goals. And I think that it was a reciprocal thing. They received a lot of information. I had a lot of opportunities to network with different people this weekend, and I don't feel like the same person that I was last week. I feel stronger. I feel wiser. I feel bolder. I feel more insightful. I feel more focused, and I feel more aligned. And so I'm actually going to use those things to propel me forward. And so even as I set my sights on accomplishing what I need to accomplish, I know that I can't start a process and not finish it. I know that I can't just hear things and not act on them, because it's very easy to know when you've heard something that is meaningful to your life and it deserves to be applied to your life. So I'm abandoning that totally serious person and I'm looking at life through new lenses, and I'm very excited about that. I do believe that it's going to open some doors. I believe that it's going to enhance my creativity. And so I want to encourage you to think about what you want to do, but not just think about it, but begin to act upon it and find the resources that you need in order to achieve your goals, because it's not just enough to talk about it. You actually have to do something. And so I actually started writing another book this weekend, and I feel the grace. I feel that I have the ability to go ahead and finish this book in a short amount of time, because my purpose is in full throttle, and the passion to fuel my purpose is present, and I have people around me in my life who are supporting me, and so I'm supporting those people in my life who want to do something. And so if you're telling me that you want to accomplish something, it is time to do it. So don't just mention it, but you got to begin to give it life, because we need air to breathe, and the things that we are called to do in life, they need air too. They need breath. They need action. And so don't just sit there. Don't sit on what you need to be doing now to move yourself forward in this life. I believe that each and every day is a new opportunity for us to achieve something and to walk in greatness. And so now is the time for you to embrace that. And so many things from Friday. So much feedback from people, and it was exciting. I'm telling you, and I don't even really know how to explain what I feel, but I'm going to tell you that some new things are coming. And, I bless God. So yesterday I had an opportunity, to just chill in nature and just reflect and just soak in God's creation. And I feel vibrant. I feel excited. And so as such, I'm looking to associate with people who are just as enthusiastic and as passionate as I am. And I'm also looking to ignite people who need their passion ignited, people who need to be fully aware of their purpose. And so I'm looking for those folks. And so that's what PTM Speaks is about. It's about helping you to unlock the best for your life. It's about you surrounding yourself with individuals who are goal-oriented and centered and focused, and they are going to inspire you to do more in life. I'm so excited. So one thing that I wrote down that I wanted to share with you is that you have to have stick-to-itness. That means that once you decide within yourself that you're going to do something, you have to do it. You have to get to the point where you begin to say, okay, this is what I have to do, and I'm not going to abandon this task. I'm going to make sure that this task is completed. And so what is it that you want to do? Some of you are supposed to be starting blogs. And I'm looking at y'all through the screen, and you know your name. And you need to go ahead and do that. You need to start writing your books. You need to start working on branding yourself. And I do bless God, because he took me through that process of branding, even when I didn't even know anything about branding. But you have a purpose in this life, and now it's time for you to embrace that purpose. Be unashamed, be unafraid. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't indulge in things that may contaminate your atmosphere, because your atmosphere is very important, and you want to be able to create. Okay, you want to be able to think. You want to be able to receive the information that you need to receive. And so to that, I would say, get out and meet some new people, because you never know who is going to speak those words into your life that are going to just send you running. And so I begin to think about how when you take half steps, it takes you longer to get to where you are going. And so what would cause us to take half steps? Fear, anxiety, uncertainty, ambiguity, nervousness, worrying, allowing the concerns about what people are going to think, and fear of people and fear of failure. Those things will decrease your steps, and so you cannot allow that to happen. And so I just pray and I hope that you are inspired. I am going to stretch out a little bit more. And one thing that I realized is that during my conversation with Kevin, you know, some things came out. They were like what I considered private things, but they were actually very funny things. And you know, I was able to show my humanity because I am human. And yes, I know that, you know, okay, yeah, I am human. And so I do quirky things, and it's okay. You know, it's okay to laugh at yourself. It's okay to kind of show that side of you. I think it makes people see you as relatable, because I'm not the only person who refries chicken. I'm not the only person who's had a bad Wi-Fi connection. So anyway, I did some research behind that also, so I'll talk about that later on this week. But anyway, you know, I want you to do all that you need to do. I want to encourage you to take big steps. Be confident in your steps. Know where you are going as you are stepping. Have your confidence intact as you step. Don't half step, because it's going to take you longer to arrive, but the time is now. I believe that the grace is now. I believe that the opportunities that you need to succeed are present and before you. And so if you are, I know a lot of times when I go to the city, a lot of the buildings have these revolving doors, and so the doors are turning, the doors are opening, and you need to be in alignment, because if you step through that revolving door in the wrong moment, you're going to get squished. But you need to be able to see that this is a time for me to step in. When the elevator door is open, you need to walk in. Don't be hesitating. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Vicky. I see you guys. You need to step right then and there, right? When you're in San Francisco or somewhere and you're getting on that trolley, you better be ready. When that bus door opens, you got to be ready. Sometimes you're going to have to get off of some things. Actually, yes, because sometimes our mindset is not right where we need it to be. But then these conversations will happen, or you will hear something that's very encouraging, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's true. And so there's a shift that takes place in your life. And so maybe it's time for you to shift. Maybe it's time for you to do something different. Maybe it's time for you to, you know, share a little bit more about yourself so that people won't think that you are like very uptight or something like that. I'm just saying, you know, you have to show yourself friendly. I don't know who I'm saying that for, but it's for somebody. But show yourself friendly, because people may be wondering about you and may want to help you to do something, but they don't even know if you are approachable or if you're open to receive new information. So don't be uptight. You know, be okay with spreading your wings and smiling. Don't walk around with a frown on your face or a mean face. Don't do it. You know, because you don't know who you're going to meet walking down the street. And I'm not trying to rap, but that's what's happening. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so no half stepping. And so when these opportunities begin to come your way, these open doors, you got to be ready. Okay, so that means you got to put your shoes on. You got to have your confidence on. You got to be prepared. You got to know how to maneuver. Okay, and so don't wait. And so one thing that, you know, on Friday we were talking about, you know, knowing when it's time for you to be promoted. And so I'm going to tell you guys, I did receive a promotion. I actually obtained another job, and, you know, I bless God for that. I mean, being able to go into another place and spread my wings a little bit more. So I'm excited about that. And you can't be in a comfort zone, because there are places that need you to show up, right? So don't settle for less when you know that you have more to offer. Okay, and so when you're out looking for a job or whatever, you need to also make sure that that job is a good fit for you, because you don't want to be going anywhere where you are restricted or you're hindered or you can't grow. And so I talked a little bit about being an entrepreneur, and some of you have ideas, and I see the things that you are doing on Facebook, and I know that's not a total representation of your life, but I see some of your gifts, and it's time for you to launch out. It's time for you to do some things differently. It's time for you to brand yourself. It's time for you to market yourself. It's time for you to show people that you are useful, that you have a product, or that you have this service or this skill set that is going to help advance them in their life. So don't be afraid to brag on yourself. And that's what someone told me, and I thought it was very uncomfortable, but I'm good. You know, I'm great. I'm a great trainer. I'm a great leader. I'm a great project manager. I'm a great writer. I'm a great talker, and I'm okay. And it takes confidence to say that. And I'm a researcher. And so I love research. I love getting information. And I believe that this is, being able to do research and understand the facts and all that stuff. That's what makes lawyers good. And they're able to go in and they're able to make their case. And so a lot of times when you show up on these jobs, you need to be able to show and tell these people why they need you. You need to go in and do your research about the organization and find if there are little loopholes or there are areas that need improvement. Don't be afraid to say, well, I saw this on your website, or I read this particular report, and this is how I would like to contribute or advance this particular sector of your organization. Don't be afraid to toot your own horn, because a lot of us have greatness on the inside of us, but we want to shy back because we don't want the attention. But you need that attention. You need people to know that they need you. Okay. And so we're not to be in places where it's drudgery or we're feeling a lack of motivation. I'm telling you, don't die where you are. And I mean mentally and spiritually. You need to be somewhere where it's exciting. And so while I was talking to Kevin, it was fun. Okay. I felt like I loosened up a little bit, and it really set the tone for the rest of my week. The rest of my weekend, actually, and now I believe for the rest of my life. And so we bless God for those opportunities for you to be awakened even more, that you will come out of your comfort zone, that you won't be afraid to be you in front of people, because people want to know that you are relatable. They want to know that they can trust you. They want to know that you're not going to judge them. They want to know that you've been through some things in life and you can help them to come through those things in life. I talked to someone, I reconnected with a dear friend on yesterday, and I'm so blessed. I'm going to bring her on to the live vlog, and I cannot wait. But we need people in our life who can love us, who we can let our hair down with, people that we can bleed on. And when I say that, I'm talking about people that you can share some things that are deep on your heart, and they're not going to judge you. They're not going to criticize you, but they're going to affirm you and make sure that you're good. And so I'm excited about that. Good morning, Keisha. Yeah, so no half stepping. So if you're going to go all the way, not halfway. So we don't want any half-baked cakes. We don't want any half-baked comedy. We don't want a half-baked Wi-Fi connection. We don't want it. We want all of what we are entitled to. We want all of what we are seeking after, right? And so go after it, and don't be afraid. I see my friends, they are doing some wonderful things, and I'm proud of them, and I celebrate them, and I let them know I'm happy that you are moving forward. We need people like that in our life. Or you're talking to people and they're saying, oh, I want to do this particular thing. You need to celebrate them, push them, support them, because the more I feel like if this is my team or this is my friend or whatever, when they go up, I go up. Okay, because they're going to go and they're going to acquire some knowledge, and then they're going to come back and share it with me. I want the information because it's going to motivate me, right? And so you don't really want to be around people who are just always disgruntled, or they're not trying to do nothing. I'm just telling you, you want a circle of people who are trying to soar, right? But then the thing is, when you get to where you have wanted to get to, go back and help somebody. Okay, don't forget people. And so I just say that lightly. So don't forget people. Be willing to share your excellence with them, share your skill sets with them, and build them. And it's not a competitive thing, but we have to give back, and we see a lot of humanitarians and philanthropists and, people who have kind of made it on a different type of arena. They go back and they give back. We've had a lot of situations in life where you see people giving back. They're showing their humanity. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to mentor somebody. Don't be afraid to coach somebody. Okay? Because I'm being coached by my friends. Okay, when I talk to them, they're dropping these nuggets, and I really need to hear them, and I need to apply those things to my life. And so don't just hear. You hear and you do. Okay, you think and you act. You believe so that you can achieve. You start taking steps so that you can be successful. You plan so that you can get ahead. Okay, so don't sell yourself short. You got to go a little bit further. You got to go the distance, and don't procrastinate. Don't just know that you need to do something and then you're dragging your feet. Start doing it now. Okay? So that's all I have to say this morning. I'm going to go. Yeah. So I hope that you have a fantastic day and that you will take time and sit with yourself and think about what you want to do in life and begin to make some plans to do it. Okay? So I hope that you have a fantastic day. Know that I'm thinking about you and I want you to be encouraged. I'll talk with you soon.